Well, yesterday I was told, I was actually over at RightOnline, but the Defending the Dream Summit, Governor Rick Scott was heckled because of his position on Common Core state standards. What would you say to Republican governors that are embracing the Common Core?
Listen to the grassroots. Don't make the mistake of dismissing the voices of all of these entirely dissatisfied parents who are heck of more informed than you and your staffs are about the Fed Ed corruption. And I understand that a lot of these Republicans think they're doing what's in their self-interest, but they are so psychologically deluded. And I think in part it may be something as crass and craven as listening to donors. You've got all of these big business interests, and you know more than anyone, Shane, that's what's driving this, the racket. And so if they're listening to money, then the only way to combat that is with political force. Yeah. And the manifestation yesterday of the dissatisfaction with Rick Scott really is an alarm. And smart Republican governors would heed it.
Well, it seems like, for instance, Georgia Governor Nathan Deal seems to be getting it, and he's kind of backing away from Common Core, and the superintendent, who actually may end up running against him in the primary, they're seeing it as a wedge issue in the primary. My home state of Iowa, unfortunately, I don't think there's anybody that could really run against Governor Branstad, but we're trying to make a big deal out of it as well. We see a lot going on at the grassroots level in the states, but it seems like it's such a David versus Goliath battle. I get asked a lot, oh, who's funding you guys? It's like, nobody really, but you got Gates Foundation behind, those who are advocate. What would you say to encourage those fighting this at the grassroots level in their home state?
Well, they've got to do their own homework. And because of blogs like yours and the Pioneer Institute and APP and so many who have been out there battling it for the last several years, there are enormous a number of resources on the internet to get the truth. Don't believe something just because the person telling you it has an R by their name. In fact, that should set alarm bells off even more.
Yeah.
And always follow the money. That's one of our fundamental rules with all of this. And ask, how is this benefiting my children? And how does this increase my parental role in the control of my kids' education? That's what's key here. There's still an open invitation for Jeb Bush to come and debate me on Hugh Hewitt's show. He has already volunteered to open up this forum. And the excuse that the Jeb Bush staff gave was that he was overseas. Well, I understand that he is back from China now, so
it's okay.
Call me maybe?
Yeah. Great. As far as Common Core, how long have you been actually tracking Common Core? I know when we talked last summer, it was kind of already on your radar.
Yeah, it had been bubbling for several months before we had talked, and everywhere I went, there were it's the moms who were asking and who were concerned. But really, your conversation with me really was a huge catalyst to get off my bum and do something. And as we talked about, the left is so brilliant at keeping you distracted. And the campaign had sucked up so much of my time and attention and energy. And I think the timing was right, at the beginning of a fresh year, and I think it was providential. All of the things that sort of happened all at once, and then I had a conversation with Glenn Beck about it, and then once that, it just opened up. The synergy among all these different forces finally came together.
Definitely.
So,
Well, I've been tracking Common Core on a Google alert for, ever since the beginning, and it was just a little trickle at the beginning. Now it's like a fire hydrant, it's hard to keep up with everything out there.
Yeah.
So I guess a tip of the spear.
That's right. No, no exaggeration.
Yeah.
Because when we had that talk, I just felt like, what? I got to do this. We got to do this.
Yeah.
And then because we had a relationship and have been in the blogosphere for so long together, I think that's part of it. Every single person makes a difference.
Yeah. Great. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Appreciate
Thanks.
it.